Good evening everyone and welcome back to some more of the SWE Universe mode. We are back with some more Wrestlemania Dream Matches. Two more nights of these before we start on with our next product. This should be a good one. CM Punk vs Stone Cold Steve Austin, Chris Jericho vs Bret Hart, and Sting vs The Undertaker. And here we go then, underway. We have got CM Punk versus Stone Cold Steve Austin to kick the night off. Of course, Stone Cold Steve Austin, as you may have noticed there in his entrance, is still one half of our current YouTube Tag Team Champions. Well, at time of recording he is, however this video is going up after Cyber Sunday, so he might have lost it by now, so apologies if that is the case, but can't be helped. Both these guys very similarly rated in terms of actual stats in the game. Both, I think, are roughly a 92. Both are... Whereabouts are they in the actual grand scheme of things? Let's have a quick look. So... Steve Austin is 90th on +2. And CM Punk is 515th on -2. Wow! Punk needs help. Punk needs lots of help, okay. Well, I've got an idea of how to help Punk. Coming pretty soon. Nice reverse DDT there by CM Punk, bringing Austin back up to a standing base. Now, up on the shoulders, I think he may have been thinking a very early GTS there, but evidently not the case as Austin now turns it around. Austin now dropping the elbow right in the face. Austin now really wrenching away at the neck of CM Punk and slamming him back of the head first. Now into the pin for the one. Only a one count. Austin now with a big boot in the spine of CM Punk once again. Austin looking for that clothesline in the back, but Punk caught him. Now up on the shoulders once again. And, oh, he went gutbuster. I thought he was going to go GTS, but didn't quite have enough behind it. Ended up going for the gutbuster instead. In for the pin, only enough for the one count. So as we said, 3 big matches tonight. We've got Chris Jericho versus Bret Hart next. And finally we'll have Sting versus The Undertaker. CM Punk now locking in the headlock. And at the moment, I would say that Punk has been sort of in control for the majority of this match. But we all know those things can change at the... well, the absolute click of a finger, isn't it, really? As, well, just as I was saying, Austin's now stalking Punk in with the stunner. No, Punk reverses the stunner. He's back up on his feet and gets a boot in the gut of Austin, up on the shoulders. And Austin reverses the GTS into that big lifted DDT. Wow. Austin went for the boot. Punk avoided. Now Punk in with that Saito suplex. Punk now stamping on the back of the arm of Austin as well, heading up to the top. And CM Punk willing Austin back up to his feet. Drops an elbow right in the back of the head. Brutal there by Punk before dropping a stomp right in the back of the arm of Austin as well. Punk now dropping his body weight across the leg of Austin. Into the pin for the one. Only one count. Punk now boot in the back of the head. Reverse DDT again. I mean, Punk is doing pretty well here. Heads up now to the top. Looking for that big diving elbow. Austin moves out the way. Big boot in the chest of Punk. He now takes Austin up on the shoulders. Going to drop him neck first across that top rope. Punk now with a backbreaker on Austin. So a pretty good match to start this off so far, actually. Pretty damn good match to start this off as Punk heads up to the top. And looking for that big elbow right into the heart of Austin. Punk now in control, waiting for Austin to get back up to his feet, up on the shoulders. Will he hit it? No, Austin again manages to escape out of the GTS. Austin turns it round into the stunner. Boom, there we go. Stunner, Austin, pin. Will it be enough? No, it's not. Wow. It's not enough. Austin now ducking underneath and catching Punk with a big elbow. Austin once again, looking for that running boot on Punk, but Punk got him into an angle slam, that wasn't it? Olympic slam. Punk now with a spinning heel kick in the guts, sending Austin off the ropes, in with the drop kick again, another drop kick. And Punk again with a big neck breaker. Punk now heading up to the top. He's looking for the elbow. He's missed it twice already in the match. But this time he finally does hit it, that big Macho Man Randy Savage style elbow in with a pin. Will it be enough? He's had to dig deep in his arsenal. It is. There we go. CM Punk with the victory. Like I said, he had to dig deep in his arsenal for this one because, well, Austin managed to relieve himself of 3, I think, GTSs. So Punk had to think outside the box, and he went eventually for the big diving elbow. And there we go. Victory for CM Punk. Like I said, one he was absolutely desperate for because, like I said, he was -2 before this match started. If he'd lost this match, Punk, he would have dropped down to -3, which would have put him alongside the likes of the Blue Meanie, Nate Danger, Al Snow, Bob Holly. But yeah, he managed to survive, and he moves up to -1, and still a fair way to go for Punk, but definitely moving in the right direction. Right, let's move on to match number 2 of the night. And here we go then, Chris Jericho versus the current SWE champion, Bret Hart. Now, this is an interesting one. And, of course, this is a non-championship match here this evening. However, should Jericho get the victory, I think that would elevate him to, well, it should give him an opportunity at the belt. Already, is it B. Brian Blair? I can't remember which one it is now. Is it B. Brian Blair? Or is it Jumping Jim Bruns? I'll have to double check which one it was. But one of those Killer B guys is probably going to be demanding a championship match at some point because he did pin Bret Hart in the Dusty Classic. Jericho now taking Bret up into a brainbuster. Another match I'm surprised didn't actually happen. Chris Jericho versus Bret Hart. As you can see, the other members of the Hart Foundation, Jim Neidhart and British Bulldog, are at ringside. Only really to get a payday, you know. The more screen time they get, the more they get paid, so... Chris Jericho now wrenching away at the neck. And Jericho dominating Bret until I said that, and then Bret caught him. Bret now brings Jericho up and slams him spine first into the mats. Bret now big boot in the guts. Right on the arm as well. And Bret now just wrenching back at the neck of Jericho. Jericho just escapes. Looking for a quick breather. Don't blame him, to be honest. Jericho now with Bret slammed face first into the apron. Don't forget, we still have your main event for you here this evening. Sting versus The Undertaker inside the Hell in a Cell structure. Bret now in with a nutbuster. I mean, this is a standard match, so countouts are on the go in this match. Referee's currently at 6. Bret does send Jericho back in. Both guys back in now. See Neidhart and Bulldog very much enjoying this at the moment on the ringside. As a quick, cheeky little roll-up here by Jericho. It's only a 1 count. Almost stole the victory. Jericho now just twisting their head at Bret Hart. Really wrenching away at the neck. And just slowing the pace of the match down as well, I think, which is a good thing. Bret now with a strong right hand. Sending Jericho into the corner. Bret now sending Jericho into the corner once again. And Bret now with a running Bulldog from the corner, slamming Jericho face first. Now Bret heads up to the middle rope. Gonna drop those double elbows right into the face of Jericho. There's the pin for the 1, the 2, and he's got it. Okay. I wasn't expecting the pin from the elbow drop, to be honest, but he's got it. And there we go. Bret the Hitman Hart, your SWE champion, defeats Chris Jericho. What are you doing? Oh, you're cleaning yourself. Okay. So I was talking to the cat. She was doing some weird head movements. I realised she was cleaning herself. There we go. Bret Hart, another victory for him. Continues to build his momentum. And, of course, your SWE champion continues his great run. Right, main event. Here we go then, the cell descends. We are underway. The Undertaker versus Sting. Hell in a Cell. The match we were all stolen. This match should have gone ahead, shouldn't it? Right, Sting is currently in 154th position on +1. The Undertaker is currently in 16th on +5. So this will put him up to 8th. So this will put Undertaker into the top 10 of the rankings. Nice shoulder block. Undertaker now taking Sting up, and Sting catches him with a knee in the head, then a big knee in the gut as well. Taker flies from that. Taking her back up to a standing base and just got speared off the apron into the side of the cell. Sting again just throwing Taker to the ground. Back up to a standing base. Strong strike. And again a strong sending Taker's head right in to the cage and then in with a super kick. Taker fighting back. I mean, you don't really want to get into a striking battle with Taker, do you really? It's never going to work out too well for you. Take a strong right hand once again. Again, another strong right hand. And this match really going now on the outside, and Taker just flattens Sting, just runs straight through him like a freight train. Sending face first into the apron now, and then face first into the ring steps as well. Big clubbing blow, and Sting flies over the top of the ring steps, and Sting now catches Taker, though sends him down to the ground. Real battle this is between these two. Really important match of the pair of them as well. Sting would really like to get himself up to the +2 mark in the rankings. Undertaker, a win here, like I said, will put him in the top 10 and maybe an option for a future championship match. Sting slides back into the ring now, brings Taker back up to a standing base, and up into a tombstone piledriver. Sting lands it. Sting just lands a tombstone piledriver on the Undertaker. There's the pin for the 1, 2, only a 2 count. It is really warm tonight. Isn't it, Kitty? She said yes. Sting now the boot in the gut of Taker. Now gets on the back of him. Scorpion death drop. This is not going well, is it, for the Undertaker? Only a 2 count. Only a 2 count. Taking our big clothesline, flattened Sting. Taking our pinching away at the shoulder of Sting, who fights back up to his feet. Big right hand in the gut, of taking a strong right hand again. And Sting must be thinking what he needs to do here. He's hit the Tombstone Pile Driver. He's hit a Scorpion Death Drop. Neither of them have been able to finish off the Undertaker. Sting now going for multiple nutbusters, as you do. Big boot in the leg, and now wrenching back at the neck as well. Undertaker fighting back. Of course, we've still got one more day of these WrestleMania matches coming up for you. We will have Chris Benoit versus Daniel Bryan. We'll have The Fiend versus Mankind, and we will have DX going up against the NWO. I've actually just thought of a really good stipulation for DX versus NWO as well. I'll discuss it on the next show, actually. It's a cracking stipulation, I like, actually. Big choke slam there by the Undertaker on Sting, who's slowly getting back up to his feet now. Taker gonna take Sting up for his last ride. Boom. Undertaker down into the pin for the 1, the 2, and the 3 count. The Undertaker gets the win here against Sting, and that will move the Undertaker up into the top 10 of the rankings here in SWE. Okay. Okay, indeed. Undertaker looking pretty damn good. So he's going to move up, like I said, to +6, which is going to put him equal with Okada in 8th. Still a fair whack away from Bret Hart at the top, though, isn't he? Bret Hart's on +13 now. But there we go. The Undertaker victorious here inside the Hell in a Cell against Sting. It was a great match. Probably one of the better Hell in a Cell matches we've had so far in the game. They spent a bit of time outside the ring fighting around, that sort of stuff, so it's pretty interesting. Anyway, we'll call that it for tonight's video. Hope you've enjoyed. Of course, if you have, hit the like, subscribe, all the other good stuff. We'll be back again in a couple of days' time, or is it tomorrow? Let me have a quick look at the schedule. It's tomorrow. It's Tuesday, where we'll have our final 3 matches. Like I said, Chris Benoit versus Daniel Bryan, The Fiend versus Mankind, and DX versus NWO. Good night, God bless, all the other good stuff. See you all next time. As Undertaker rides out. I mean, we've got to finish the video on this iconic scene, haven't we? Got to finish the video on this iconic scene.